Okay. I was like, oh wow, it's actually going to work today. Hi everybody on YouTube, and we're just waiting for Facebook to start here. Yay! It's always yep. It's always nice when things actually work.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's amazing. True. It looks like everything's running perfectly.
Oh, don't say that too loud.
Oh yeah. 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 it'll.
We didn't say anything.
No.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. Well, hi to everybody. It's Sally and Barbara and Laura, and we're here at El Cajon Sundock, and we decided today that we would talk about our Stripology rulers and our Stripology program and Stripology in general, because I don't think we've talked about that lately, at least. We might have talked about it when we first got into Stripology.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about it recently.
No.
We do have a one-day Stripology workshop coming up.
There's
It's
a retreat.
That's what I'm talking about. It's a retreat. And then Lynette is teaching the Stripology Master Stripology book on the 28th, Saturday, 28th or 29th. I'm not sure which that is. Whatever Saturday is.
What month?
29th.
Of August.
Because the 22nd is Jeffrey's birthday.
Okay, so
Saturday.
all right, there you go. So we got this. It's all Saturdays. All goes with our birthdays. So
Yeah.
Laura's birthday, Sally's birthday, Jeffrey's birthday. So that's
Yep.
all around that. And Laura's birthday is the same as my cousin Lisa's birthday. So anyway,
Oh, okay.
good day, I guess.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we really like the Stripology rulers. I use them all the time because it allows me to cut straight. Because I'm not a good straight cutter. I'm a good crooked cutter.
Yeah. Me too.
Cookie cutter, crooked cutter, whatever. And so, especially since we've been doing the mystery quilts and doing a lot of quilting lately, I've been needing to cut things, and I cut almost exclusively using my Stripology rulers. So I had been frustrated because some of the mystery quilts had been using a 8. So I had 3 7/8. And so I was happy to discover that I could use the, what is that, mini squared ruler, I believe that's called.
Stripology Quarters Mini.
So the quarters mini ruler has 8 marking on it.
Oh, the tape's sticking to your hair?
Yeah. So take it off. See, hopefully the super glue.
Do I have to buy you a new pair of glasses?
Yeah. Well, Ari put super glue on them last week, and then we taped over the super glue because just the strangest thing, the earpiece just, there's no seam, no nothing, and it just went beep.
Yep.
So I don't know why, but hopefully the super glue worked. The tape is what's catching on my hair. And of course, it catches one.
Yeah, and then it pulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in any case, so that particular ruler has 8 measurements on it, so you can cut 8 strips, 8 squares, so 8-inch. So I could square up my 8th, right, cut 8, 3 and an 8, 4 and an 8.
And that keeps you from, instead of cutting something like 4 and then you have to square everything up.
Right. Then I could just cut my 3 7/8. So it was awesome. Best thing
Super
ever.
glue didn't work.
So it's really, really nice to have that opportunity, because I want to tell you how much better my last quilt came out, because we were doing a lot of half skirt a lot of triangles,
Yeah.
and not having to trim up those triangles was really nice, because before I was cutting them at 4 inches, which I thought was pretty close, but when I cut them at the 3 7/8 rather than the 4, they were really actually quite a bit smaller, the ones, so it didn't hold.
Yeah, you wouldn't think an eighth of an inch would make such a huge difference.
No, you would not, but it does make a difference. Anyway, so you go ahead, talk.
Okay. So
You want me to go get you a pair of glasses with the?
I can put these up if I need to. I'll just hold them. So
Probably stay.
they still hit, but yeah, this little guy just.
What measurement are they?
I don't know.
Let me know, because I need to order myself a new pair of these clicks.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right,
So,
maybe Ari or
probably
Jimmy can tell.
1.5.
1.5, really? That's hardly anything.
Does it say?
I don't know. Without my glasses,
That's
I
true.
can't
You
read
can't
them.
read the glasses. I have to find another pair of glasses. Like
Okay.
Here, I have a pair of glasses on.
I do too.
I have
I
my
just have to
reading
put mine on.
They're probably 1.5. Negative 1.5. I used to just get -1, and that was perfect.
These are 1.8.
1.8. Oh,
Looks like it, I would
Good.
say, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I'll ask. We have to ask Ari and see what she says. But anyway,
okay.
I don't know what that means. What that says? Go ahead.
Okay. So we're going to take
Go
this
ahead.
little piece of fabric here, and we're going to use this 1/8. It's actually called the Stripology's Quarters Mini. Can't say that 5 times.
No, you
fast.
cannot.
So I'm going to square this up. Now I'm putting it at an angle just because of how I'm sitting, but this edge here is straight. So I'm going to let me move these out of the way. Okay. I'm going to line up.
And the nice thing it has that, see, that's using this so you can square it on the side like that for the 8s,
Yep.
or you can also square it in the middle too.
Right. It has a square in the middle. I see that. All right. I do need to glasses though, so I can see. Ouch. Now they're scratchy. Okay. So the first thing I would do is I would move over and line up.
Let me see that for a second. Yeah, because if you have to cut an 1/8 inch square, you would have to do it from the outside.
Yeah.
But if you're doing 3/4 or anything like that, you just will do it from the middle,
From the inside.
from the inside.
Okay.
It's super easy to square something up from the inside.
The first thing I would do
Facebook
Thing.
got sound.
is I'm going to go to the 0 line and I'm going to cut. So now I know that this side that I just trimmed is perfectly square, straight. So I can put that on my 1/8 inch line on the ruler. So if I needed something that was 1 3/8, I know 1 3/8 is one line more than 1.5. So I would go to the 1.5 inch line and I would cut that. I'm going to cut it at 1 7. Well, let's see. If I cut it at 2, that's going to give me 2 1/8 because I'm adding an 1/8 over here.
Oh, okay.
So now this strip is 2 1/8 inches wide. So if I wanted to square that up, now I would line up my horizontal lines with the top or the bottom, either one. Cut along my 0 line to get a clean cut on one edge, just like so. So I know this side is square. I'm going to put that side on my 1/8 inch line, and I'm going to line up my top line. Everything's lined up, and then I'm going to go back to 2. And now this square is perfectly 2 1/8 inches.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, and it's square. I mean, it's not lopsided or anything. And if you wanted to make it just 2 inches instead of
Now, if you're going to
2
do the,
1/8, you can.
if you're going to do that, I would do it in the middle because you're going to do it from the, just from both sides. Start from the
Well, you match your corners
and
with
you
your diagonal lines
correct.
here.
You square everything up diagonally,
Yep.
and then you cut both sides.
So that says 2 1/4 to 2 1/4 plus an 8. So I'm confused on that.
Well, it just has the eighth lines are marked, but the cutting line, the places where you can cut are only two.
They're on the quarters.
But if you see what the
So I've got
what does the bottom say?
the bottom down here.
No, the bottom here. The bottom line down there.
That says 1 3/4.
No, the bottom from
On
this
black
from here.
line.
The
Okay.
bottom from this black line where my fingernail is.
On this black line right there, it
From
says
going straight down.
1 3/4.
Yeah, so
And then same thing over here. It says 1 3/4. So I guess if I trimmed up to this black square, that would be 1 3/4 inches. If I trim up to this white square out here, that's 2 1/4. Well, I know it's only 2 1/8.
hand me the ruler again. Okay, yeah, the black square is 1 3/4. That looks. Oh, yeah, I guess that is. It looks so much bigger than that to me.
It does.
But I don't think it is. I got a ruler, I thought, but I don't. But you're on top of a ruler, so you can tell, so you can see on your squares
Oh, yeah.
underneath.
Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way so I can tell.
To make you feel confident.
So if I line up, yeah, because when I look out here, this line is
Yeah, so it's 1
the
3/4.
line.
Yeah,
So that's 1
3/4. Yeah,
yeah.
so that's a 1 3/4 inch square in the middle.
And
So
the
if you-
next one's 2
and 3/4,
3 3/4, 4
the black
3/4,
ones,
and 5
right.
3/4.
So if you put this, you can cut. So then the cool thing is it helps you square things up because you use your diagonals, so you can keep things squared up diagonally.
So I can cut both sides at the same time.
Correct.
Then rotate this. So my top and bottom are on my line. And then I'm going to cut them again at the 1 3/4 mark on both of these. There we go.
Isn't that easy
Yeah, that's very nice.
for squaring things up, or
Yeah.
making things square, or keeping things square?
That's
Best
great.
thing since sliced bread.
Well, and it's so easy to use. I mean, even when I'm over here in the center and I'm lining things up, sometimes it's hard to see, okay, which one of these do I have to
You
go
use your
through?
arrow. You use your arrow stickers once you know
Yeah. Let's show them what that looks like. So, oops. What Sally's talking about are these arrow stickers, and we do have those available in the store. And they will just help you figure out which line do you cut on.
It keeps you so you don't have to keep on paying it. Well, you still have to pay
You
attention.
still have to pay attention, but it reminds you what
where,
you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't
It's not like
cut
I
on the wrong
totally
line.
get distracted
Oh no, I would never cut on the wrong line.
No.
all the time.
I didn't cut 1 yard for somebody tonight instead of 2. No, I didn't do that.
So this one also has the square ups in the middle. Now this
Right.
is squaring to the 1/2 inch. So 4
Correct.
1/2, 5 1/2, 6 1/2. Where that small one we were just looking at was squaring up to the
Quarter and
three-
quarter.
3/4 or 1/4.
This is
No, what the squares in the middle. What does it say? Is it 1 3/4, 2 and
no, this is
3/4?
2 1/4.
And then what
Which-
are the whites?
Oh, the 2 1/4 is the white.
And what's the black?
1 3/4.
Okay, let me see. So
That's
this
hard
is,
to read.
Yeah.
If you want to verify it, take your
Yeah.
phone out and magnify it with your camera.
So it's a 1/2 inch for every line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And this one is 1 inch for every line. You've got 4 1/2. The next one isn't labeled, but that would be your 5 1/2, and then 6 1/2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 1/2. So it only labels the even numbered ones. It's real easy to figure out where the odd ones are because your diagonal lines are the same.
I think the
Okay,
black ones
Stephanie.
come from the other corner.
Yep.
Well, but those you have 3, 4, 5. So these
They're
are whole
Whole
inches,
numbers.
and these are 1/2 inches. Well, these are 1 inch apart, but they're they're 4 1/2 inch blocks. So if you wanted to make out of this, let's say you needed to cut 4 1/2 inch
So to take-
strips. So and then I'm going to line it up. Now, I know that the edge is straight, so I'm going to line it up so my edge is on one of the horizontal lines. And then my selvage is over here past the 0 line. So I'm going to come into 0 and I'm going to cut that. Now, here's my 4 inch line. I want 4 1/2, so that's the next slot. Cut 4 1/2. And I know that this is cut at 4 1/2 inches wide. Now, I could,
You could have kept on going on 4 1/2, 9,
oh, sure. You could keep going all
13
day.
and a half, 17.
Now, I could line it up like this and do the same thing, cut my 0 line and cut my 4 1/2. But I can also come in here and line up my diagonals.
Why don't you put it in the corner and do it there?
Okay, my diagonals aren't lining up because it's not square.
Yeah.
But I can line it up with the 4 1/2 inch lines on the block.
And then you cut the
And then
first.
I just know I need to make that cut. And look at that. I have a 4 1/2 inch square. It's pretty easy. Yeah, so you just lay your fabrics along the lines you want to square up to, whether it's whole inches or 1/2 inches, and you just square it up. And that's easy peasy.
Yeah. Squaring with these things is amazingly easy.
Well, and like
And
you
it's
said, you
better-
can cut multiples at one time. If you're making 2.5-inch strips, you just cut 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10.
Exactly.
Zoom, 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 zoom. And this is a 20-inch ruler for this extra large ruler. So you have plenty of areas. Now, the thing about these rulers are, normally when you cut fabric off the bolt, it comes 22 inches long. It's not going to fit on the ruler.
Correct.
So you take your fabric, shake it out, line it up so you don't have any wiggle at the bottom. Once you know that is straight, so let's say you did that, like in this case, it's not exactly even. That's okay. You're going to straighten it up when you make your cuts. But now you fold this up again, so there's no wiggle in the bottom. Now you put it down and you can make your cut through all the layers. And when you open your fabric, you're not going to have any peaks or valleys at these intersections.
Yeah.
And I think the thing about squaring the fabric up, squaring your squares up, when you cut the two sides, parallel sides first, that's not how you would normally do it when you're squaring it with a ruler. Normally you cut one side like a right angle, and then rotate it around and cut the other right angle.
Right.
But you might be a little cockeyed.
That's true.
Because
You end up with a parallelogram
exactly
instead
instead of a square.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about this is I think you're always going to be completely square because you line up your crosshairs in the middle to go straight across, and especially when I was doing my squares, do I have any outs? I was doing squares for the that had a half square triangle in the middle, so I could line up the X in the middle through the half square triangle in the middle, so I had a small half square triangle in the middle. So I would line up that half square triangle in the middle, and then I could square it up using that. So then they're perfectly square with the half square triangle, which really made them nice.
That's very nice. Well, and a lot of times too, like this one, when it was cut off the bolt, one side is straight. You say I cut that one. And the other side is not. And I can tell just by looking at it that it's not
Because
square.
of the way they fold it and put it on the bolt.
Or the person who cut it before wasn't careful about when they cut it or whatever.
But it's usually what Barbara says. Fabric is very rarely square on the bolt.
Correct.
That's another reason I always buy an additional quarter yard.
Yeah, I
because
do too.
that gives you enough play that you can get it square.
Correct.
So
Well, that's like when Jimmy cut that piece of wool this morning, and then he's like, wait a minute, this isn't a whole yard, because when he looked at the other end, the one end was a little curvy, and he hadn't allowed that a little extra for that end, so then he was short.
right.
So now we have a extra piece of wool. But
So
in any case,
when you get your fabric home, assuming you did buy the extra quarter yard, you'll notice one edge not perfectly straight. You get the folds right, line everything up, and now you can come to your ruler. And I'm going to put my 0 mark.
I always straighten that one edge up, even if I'm fairly certain that it looks pretty straight. I still will trim off.
I match the sewing just.
Yeah. Okay, so
If
I'm
you're
going
not sure, pull 2 threads and rip.
I'm going to cut this one.
Pull up which way it's kind of better.
There we go. At 5, I'm going to cut this one at 0. So there's my excess. I didn't press very hard on this one, so
That's because you're sitting down.
it is.
And I think that blade needs to be replaced again. That blade needed to be replaced again, like in a week after I changed it. I don't know what somebody's doing.
But what I want to show is sometimes when you fold fabric in half and you try to cut
It's
it, you're going to end up with
right.
peaks and valleys. Look at that.
Oh, by the
Peaks
way, I
and
always
valleys.
ended up with peaks and valleys, and I don't with this.
Yeah.
I always did.
Yeah, I learned to
But I
start
never,
this way and then come down this way and go
but
back.
I never do now with
Yeah.
this ruler.
And the other thing, I use this to cut 2.5 inch strip.
Oh,
because
yeah.
For every little square, it's 2.5 inches, and you don't cut it wrong.
Right. And you can cut multiples. You don't have to line up your ruler and then cut 2.5.
Yeah, you
line
just
up your
keep
ruler
going.
and cut 2.5. You just go zip, 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 zip. And you can put little, they have markings on the ruler. They have stars at the 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. So you can just line up with the stars if you want 1.5 inch strips. Or they have
Yeah,
squares.
the squares are
at
2.5
2.5.
cuts. The stars are 1.5 cuts.
Right. So you can make your own honey buns and jelly rolls.
Yeah.
And there's a perfect 5 inch strip for you, dear.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
All right.
Okay, so there are actually 4 rulers. This ruler is the Stripology Extra Large, which that's the one I have. If you've got table space that's at least 24 inches, I would highly recommend this
Oh,
ruler.
yeah, I have that one.
It's a good one.
I don't have this one. It's the 1/4 inch.
This one that we were showing you just a minute ago, this is the Stripology Quarters Mini. This is the one that has the 1/8 inch markings. Okay. Give me the big one first.
This is the squared one.
Yeah. Now this one, this is Stripology Squared. It's very similar to the extra large, except it only goes up to 12.5 inches. And because you still have all your squares in the middle here on the 1/2 inch marks. And from the small corner outward, you have squares at the 1 inch marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where this is 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, etc. All the way up.
Oh,
Okay.
This one's got the 8 included too. That's what it says anyway.
Huh? Okay, this is the Stripology Squared Mini. So this one says, smaller version of the popular Stripology Squared ruler is designed to work with units up to 6.5 inches, whole inches, 1/2, and 1/8 inch increments are included. Simply turn the ruler around for 1/4 inch increments, square up half squares, and 1/4 square triangles too. So very handy tools. Now on the large
This is
one,
quarters mini, and that's squared mini.
yes, but this also has,
That also has 8 on it, it says.
Yeah.
just on this one line, you have 1/8 right here. The rest of the lines are 1/4 inches apart.
Okay.
So you have the 1/8.
But you have the 1/8
measurement
that you
right
can
there.
use, that you can move it over
Yes.
and
Yes. For this one, you have the 1/8. Every
You have a
cut
lot
line
of-
is 1/8. I mean, every cut line is 1/4 inch apart, and then you have lines in the middle which represent your
your
eighths.
8s.
So,
You
yeah,
have more lines.
yeah. So this one, if you really need 1/8 inch increments, you'd want to get the 1/4 mini. If you just need, occasionally you need a 1/8 inch increment,
Yeah.
you could get the squared mini. Because these lines are all a 1/4 inch away from one another, and your 1/8 inch line is outside of the 0 line.
And
And on the other ones, on the larger rulers, the line on the outside of the 0 line is a 1/4 inch away, and all of your cuts are 1/2 inch apart.
and in
In
the
this one, there's no 1/4 inch mark.
and in the and in her book, the Stripology, using her Stripology rulers book, she has tables where she'll tell you how you can make a cut, and then you can move it over to the quarter line, and then you can make more cuts so that you can have a whole bunch of um quarter strips.
Oh, nice. Okay,
And
I'll show that in just a second.
Lynette teaches you that stuff in the class that she teaches on the learning your that book.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this one, the Stripology Extra Large, you've got 3 lines outside of the 0 line that are all a 1/4 inch apart. You do have the 1/4 inch marking in between the slits, and the slits are a 1/2 inch apart. So again, the large ruler over there does not have the 1/4 inch markings. It just has the slits at 1/2 inch apart. This has both.
Yeah.
So I got this one.
I have that.
All right. Let me show you what Sally was talking about. So there's this book. It's called Master Your Stripology Rulers. There are videos. You can scan the QR code. There's videos for each of the rulers. Goes into detail, and Gudrun's videos are
And
very
she has a
good.
great help center.
Yeah. And this is what Sally was talking about, cutting in 1/4 inch increments. What size strip do you want? Where do you make your cuts? Everything is laid out. Move the ruler 1/4 inch and cut again in all of these. So it's a very nice table. And then it's not just 1/4 inch cuts. She's got 1/8 inch increments. You know, which ruler do you use? Where do you make your cuts? When do you move it? What cuts do you make then? So 1/2 square triangles, she shows you how to do that. Trimming up blocks for different units. 1/2 square finished triangles, what size you need to cut things, how to put them out. 1/4 square triangles. It's a really good book for understanding how to get the most out of your ruler. I mean, even without the book, the ruler is amazing. But with the book, you really do get a lot of information. You can cut 60-degree triangles, you can cut 90-degree angles, just by how you place the ruler over the fabric. So, and there's patterns in here that help you figure out how to use the ruler and how to get, you know, the pattern to make various quilts. Like this one's called the Leo. It's all flying geese. Back Home has 2 sizes of flying geese. And then there's other quilt patterns in here. I like Trinket, but I think the reason I like it is because I like the fabric that they used.
Yes.
But there's videos on here about all kinds of things. So about the organization, about corner trimmers, point trimmers, corner point trimmers. There's the stickers that we're talking about, the Creative Grids cutting mat, lots of patterns.
And also Creative Grids, they have a QR code in the front of their
Oh, true.
things, and they can go look at videos.
True. Okay. Now, Gudrun doesn't stop with that. She also has patterns. There's individual patterns, like you see here. This one is called Lil Katrina. And we have Lil Dina and Lil Billy. And the instructions in here, she'll tell you which ruler will work best with this. She also gives you instructions for using regular rulers without the Stripology ruler.
Oh, okay.
So she gives you both. But it tells you which rulers work well with this product. So, for example, this one uses the Quarters Mini Ruler. This one uses the Stripology Square Mini Ruler, as does this one, Stripology Squared Mini Ruler. Now, the low patterns make table runners or smaller blocks. They also have the same pattern, in full-size quilts. Like this one is Alberta. This is a full-size quilt made with 10-inch squares, and it uses Stripology squared or the Stripology ruler, the extra large. She gives you all the information about how much fabric you need, and when you open it up, she gives you pictures that walk you through the process step by step, where to place your fabric, how to make your cuts, how to assemble the units. Her patterns are really clear and they're very well written.
And there's a new Lowe's pattern every
month, isn't it?
no every other
Is it every other month?
quarter. I just got a new one. It's not ready to come out yet. Get when it's going to be released, but Lowe's Club is not this month. It's next.
Okay.
So we have a Lowe's Club because we didn't have After Biking Club this month. It'll be After Biking Club next month.
Okay.
So it's on a Saturday.
So probably every other month then.
Well, and think about the Lil's patterns. You just want to make a quick table runner or placemat. These are good.
Yeah.
And the size is really nice. If you wanted to make a full-size quilt, you just make more blocks.
Yeah, just make more blocks. Just keep making them.
Or get the large pattern and make bigger blocks. The same thing in bigger blocks. So, I mean, they're nice. In addition to individual patterns and the Getting to Know Your Rulers book, she has books that have multiple patterns in them. Now, let me see. Okay. So this one, these have, all right, all of these quilt patterns are in this book. So she'll walk you through how. Now, see, I like this one. I like that it's off-centered or irregular, kind of random. And the instructions for how to put this together are really nice. Not at all what I thought I was going to be doing. But the other thing that I really like about the mixology books, okay, I'm just going to show you. Okay, she gives you a table of contents for the recipes. And when you get to one, there we go. Grapefruit margarita and lemon drop martini. So
you should bring in samples.
I should. I have to test them out first, make sure.
Yeah, you do have to test them out 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, just to make sure I got the proportions right. But her patterns are so nice and easy to go through. I mean, look how beautiful these are. And she just see frequency. That's the one I really like. And the thing is, some of these angles are cut this way, some of them are cut that way. But it's how she puts them together that's really unique. So it's nice. And she gives you multiple layouts. So like on this one, you can have crib, lap, twin, full, and queen.
Yeah.
You know.
If you wanted to make a queen, you just make it a little bit bigger than a queen. I mean, a king.
Right. Right.
Just make it a little bit bigger.
Now this one, because of how the block is constructed, you actually get 2 quilts at the same time. I mean, obviously you put the box together individually, but when you assemble this block, you'll also get the companion block.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get 2 quilts for the price of one, and they're great quilts. I mean,
that way you don't waste fabric.
Right. Oh, I never waste fabric.
No.
I use everything. But that's one book. Okay. Now here's the Stripology Squared book. Okay, this is a Stripology book, not a mixology book, so there's no recipes in here for alcoholic beverages. Fair warning. But you have a ton of great quilts in here. I mean, look at this one. That's angular. Angles this way, angles that way. It looks like it would be complicated, but her instructions are very clear. It's really nice. So, all kinds of beautiful quilts. And these are just 2 of the books I picked out of the lineup. I mean, look at those. I like this one, The Polygon City. I think that's a great book. I mean, great pattern. Great for using up scraps too.
Oh, yeah.
You know. There's another one, prisms. There's one for ellipse. We call that one ellipse. Oh, here's one for kind of looks like it's called fractions, but it's almost a tumbling block. Almost, not quite. And then here is algorithm. Oh, that's this other one wasn't algorithm. I don't know what it was. It kind of looks like that little Dina pattern a little bit. This is a lap version of algorithm. Okay, so that is it.
Yeah, there's 6 Lowe's clubs in a year, so that every
Okay.
other month. We just did
Yeah.
little. It'll
There's-
be Little Jewel coming up. We just did what did we just do? Little Skylar, I think.
Oh, nice. Here's 2 more of the quilts that are in here. Velocity and I don't even know that one. Let's see. That one's called Quadrants. So just a sampling. And there's a ton more books out there.
Yeah.
Or
We have a lot of things in stock.
yes. Lots of options. And there's one Stripology book. I forget the exact title, but it's like Made Simple or something like that. What is that first book called? Stripology Quickies.
Quickies.
Stripology Quickies. It's got some really good patterns in it. So if you want to look for a place to start, pick up a book that has a ton of patterns in it that are easy to make. They have beautiful quilts. You'll get to understand how to use the rulers. You may even want to start with the Master Your Stripology Rulers book.
Maybe come to
Oh, come to the
come
class.
to the class on Saturday the 28th,
Eight.
8th, whatever it is.
9th.
Right.
29th. Yeah. Yeah. 29th. This is a good book. And these pages are heavy duty pages too in this book.
Well, and they're also, that book especially, it's got the spiral thing. You can
I love
everything
it.
is
open it
flat.
up.
Yeah. Yeah. You still get a few quilt patterns back in here too. I like that one too. The G.
And Little Jewel will be is it coming up this month? Is that
It's the 28th. Saturday, that would be this month.
let me search classes. Oh, come on. Are you really going to be that one? No, it'll be in September because we've already had Viking Club this.
I have, yes.
It'll be next month. Yeah, on September 12th.
Okay,
And it'll be Lil Jewel.
nice. We have a picture. Does it look
Nope.
like, or we can't share that?
Can't share that.
Okay. Let me see.
I don't think it's released yet, so.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, well, that's all I have today.
Okay.
I really like how perfectly you can cut stuff with this Stripology ruler, and the grooves, the ends of them are big enough to fit a 60 millimeter ruler, but I find the 45 works better, I think.
I
But it
use
works
the
with both.
60.
I use 60.
Yeah.
Both of them will fit, so it doesn't
They
matter
will.
what kind of cutter you have.
They will.
You just
And
have to
they're
have a
accurate.
cutter that is large enough that the whole cut, a whole cut will fit down there.
True. And you can cut several layers. I mean, you can cut
Yeah,
Why
layers,
use the
8
so you
layers
can
of five
Use a
fabric
lot.
at a time.
It
Yeah.
depends on how strong you are.
And you also have to use a sharp. If you're going to cut
Yeah,
a bunch of layers, you do need
It needs to
sharp
be a new
blade.
blade
Yeah.
and not hit
Whoops.
right. Because the other thing with Quilter Select rulers, and I've noticed this cutting one block layers. You pull this up, you can run this under there because you can't cut
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
And this is a good one for beginners because it's very easy to put down, so you're not going like this.
Right. And it's weighted.
Yeah, it's
So it
weighted,
helps you
so it
cut.
helps you cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that rotary cutter the best of all the rotary cutters.
And you can do right or left without changing the blade.
Oh, right. You just click it.
You just
Whichever.
click it the other way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've done that. And you can do it with this, with the Stripology, because you can't come out of the groove.
Right. Right. Very
Yeah.
good point.
That's what
Yeah,
makes this
they're-
more accurate. It's hard to come out of the groove.
It's
on
hard to
this.
get. It's hard to mess.
Well, and the measurements and the lines and the markings on the rulers are very accurate.
Yeah, and that's
That's
why they cost a little more, because they're very precise.
Yes, precise. That's the word I was looking
Oh, well, thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate you.
Yep.
And just a reminder that on Tuesday, the 18th, Debbie Kuhn and Baker will be here with our Epic 3 launch party. So that is from 10 to
for. Epic 3 or Icon?
Icon 3. Sorry, I'm always doing that. Icon 3 launch party, 10 to 4. So we would love to have you join us if you're available and you're interested in seeing what's all new on the Creative Icon 3. So you can call to register, or you can go to our website and register, whatever you would like to do. So please join us if you would like to. And we will serve you lunch and have a good time.
Is that about it?
And it's
And-
pretty machine.
It is a
Oh, yeah,
gorgeous
it's a
machine.
beautiful
It's a
machine.
gorgeous machine. And it's really nice to sew on. And then we are also taking signups for the 23rd Stripology. What's it called now? It is called Stripology One-Day Virtual Retreat on the 23rd of September. It's an all-day retreat. It's
It's
100
a
and
Wednesday, right?
yeah, it's on a Wednesday. It's virtual, so we will be hooking up with them virtually through the computer. So we will have it displayed on the computer. We'll be seeing all the instruction online, and we will be sewing with them. And there's 3 colorway kits available, and you can pick which kit you want. You can see the kits online, or you can see them in person when you pick it. And it's $199 for the day. It includes your fabric kit for the
Yeah.
top knot for the back. Anyway,
Well, in
Or
at the
binding.
box, she gives.
so you get
goodies
your
and
box of
stuff
goodies and all
from-
that stuff. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Anyway, so hopefully you know some of you would like to join us for that. And bike. We've already done biking club, so we're working on
Next month.
next month's
I
projects.
didn't think those out yet.
Well, I'm working on that.
That's
Okay.
what she was doing
I was
today.
working on that earlier. I have one project and I'm working on another one.
That
We'll
sounds
see what happens. It'll
We're good.
be a surprise. I'm on a mission. So it'll be something or another, but we'll see
That's
what
good.
happens.
Yep.
That's good.
I'll know tomorrow. and then I'll see what I can do. But anyway, so thanks for watching, everybody. I do appreciate you for watching, and we will see you next week, and hope to see some of you on Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right, and thank you very much.
Have a good time.
Bye.
Bye.